Did everyone like it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Mum.
Congrats on the film. It's terrific. It's great.
Thank you.
Angus, this project started with you, so I'm wondering if you could tell us about some of your inspirations, influences, what brought on this project.
I just want to say, first of all, thanks to everybody for coming out tonight. I'm a Queenslander. We did our Brisbane premiere last month, which is a bit more local, but this is awesome. And I love feeling the vibe from audiences. I've done a lot of Q&As with the festival circuit with this film, and I kind of felt a good vibe, so that makes me feel happy. Thanks to RITZ for having us. Today's a special day for the film because it's got its national release, so it's on 14 screens around the country. Cats, dogs, pigeons, get them all in. Because that's, as an independent filmmaker, that's the big hurdle to get your film out there. And it's difficult, it's very difficult, as Heath knows very well. To answer your question. So I've got some thanks to make first. Can I just do a quick? There's a long thank you roll, and I'm going to miss some people out. But I'm an outsider coming into this industry, and it's been a long sort of roller coaster journey for me. I started out writing screenplays about 5 years ago, and I spent about 5 years developing this film. I spent a few years with Heath collaborating and bringing it to the screen. So it's been a long journey, but it's been interesting for me as an outsider. I'm a radiologist by day, so it's been interesting.
Anyone have any injuries, he'll check you out online.
At the pub later on, maybe. We've met, I've met resistance from many quarters at every step along the way, as every writer, every producer, and every director does. That's been interesting. But I've also been welcomed by some amazingly talented individuals, and some in the room tonight, and it had made me feel very included and very part of the process. I'm a little bit crazy, and I'm a lot passionate, and I do this 24/7, and I'll still be doing this tomorrow. I'll just go through a few thank yous. So obviously Heath, I met Heath at the Gold Coast Film Festival in 2016 after he was through his film Broke, which is an awesome little film, and he was working on developing Book Week, which I jumped on as an EP, and we had 10 scripts in development, Book Week and LOCUSTS, and so we obviously LOCUSTS is my focus, and Heath was on his own journey with Book Week, which is a lovely film. So thank you to Heath for supporting my crazy idea and the concept from the word go. That's kind of a side story in itself. We have a lot of things in common. We're both into the idea of an outback genre film, and that's kind of where the seed was planted, and a lot of work was done in the background on that. People here tonight, Chris Bland, he was a cinematographer. Chris has done 3 films with Heath and done a fantastic job, and to me it was important to really capture those amazing landscapes out of Broken Hill, so we spent a lot of time talking about that in pre-production, and Chris I think did a fantastic job, so thank you, and thank you to Chris for being so engaged in the process. There are so many people to thank. Ronan Moggan was our editor, and he probably spent a year in the background sort of working in various capacities on the film, so thank you, Roman, you're a legend. And also Scott Gray, who's not here tonight, he's an extraordinarily talented editor, and I supervise posts and spend a lot of time with Scott, so in his absence, thank you to Scott. Chari Tomaszewski, her clone is here tonight, but Chari was our line producer, and she was, we had a good balance of experience, sort of youthful enthusiasm on the film, and I think we had a core group of highly experienced individuals. So Tiari has done a lot of big productions before, and Rick Beecroft also, who was our first AD, was just a wealth of knowledge, especially making an outback film. He first AD'd on Wolf Creek, and he had this wealth of knowledge. So thank you to those guys. Burkhard Dalwitz, who is also not here tonight, did our score. He got an ARIA nomination for the score, which was, for me, the score, Burkhart won the Golden Globe for the Truman Show 20 or so years ago, and I brought him on. We wanted to get someone to really connect with the landscapes and the themes of desolation and isolation of the film. I think he worked hard to do that. I think it was exciting for us to get that ARIA nomination. I won't get too bogged down. Who else did I name? Too many. Dov Cornets, Dov, I don't know if he's in the room tonight. And of course our cast, we had so many amazingly talented cast members. A huge cast. I'm not going to go through name by name, but Steve Marquand, Justin Rosniak, Nathaniel Dean, Ben Gurens, Jess McNamee, everyone was very supportive. Annie McPhee was the first person to believe in the films. He's not here tonight. Most of our cast is working overseas or in the state. They're busy people. And
some of them are here tonight.
Some of them are here tonight. So George Burgess is here tonight.
Big George Burgess.
George, I don't want to get too bogged down. George and I did a proof of concept about 3 or 4 years ago, and that's what led him to be cast in the film in a role as security guard. So George, thank you. Now Kennard is here tonight, and he's an extraordinary talented actor. Mallory, where are you? Which one?
Stanley Black lives.
Come down. Do you guys want to come down? George and Mal. Yeah. Ryan Morgan. And Ezekiel, can you please come down as well? I'm going to climb up and connect to the moderator.
Aaron, hi, how are you doing over there?
I'm very well. Could we go back right to the beginning, from where this all started, the idea, how it germinated and how it got going?
Yeah, I grew up in the outback, and I had, I guess, a seed idea in my head for about 20 years of this. I grew up in the 1970s in a little town called Corindai, which was quite an arid, drought-affected place in the 1970s. So my earliest memories are sort of growing up in this drought-affected, arid countryside, and I feel very connected to that as a writer. So yeah, look,
I'm just getting
Want to introduce
with my son.
the Black family?
So yeah, Heath and I are both interested in genre films. I love genre films. I've sort of had a passion for genre films, and this idea was in my head for a long time. So in the midst of my radiology career, I reached a point where I said I need to just bite the bullet and get on and do this. And so I taught myself to screenwrite, and I've written a few scripts now, and that was the beginning of that journey. So writing led to production and led to all the rest of it.
You very much did it.
Yes, please.
You guys are very much a duo on this film, creative duo. I wonder if you could take us through your creative process a little bit, how you work together on getting the film up financially and then making it happen.
Yeah, it's unorthodox, but I think everything I do is unorthodox in a way. But yeah, mine and Gus really connected to the first film when they broke. But there's a little bit of fate in how we kind of met in a way, because I had been traveling with Brooke, and when you make this little independent films, you go out on the road, and sometimes 5 people turn up, sometimes you get 500, you just don't know. And we took it everywhere, and we realised the strength of that was probably going to be the regions. And being a city slicker, I like Western cities, I can't really say city slicker, but I hadn't been that far west before. And when I got out there with the film, I met some amazing people that I just started to understand how hard their lives were and their lives. And we shot Broke in a mining town, post-boom. So that was really bleak, and people were really struggling. And I just thought, this is the part of Australia that no one really knows. The only mining film I've ever seen is Red Dog, and that glorifies mining, and Rio Tinto, G'day Creek, he's in the room. But this was the reality of it, and a lot of my friends are actually, that I grew up with, are fly in, fly out sort of folks. So this was, people doing it really tough out in that land. And Gus had come to me, and when you make a film like that, okay, you get all kind of crazy people, radiographers, and I met it, he came, we sensible, and
How do you feel?
but then he said, I've got the financing. I went, oh shit, that's pretty cool. And then we sat down and he sent the script over, and it just happens to sort of have hallmarks and echo some of those sensibilities. You can't control that, things just sort of happen. And I was like, Gus, I like a lot of this, but I'm going to sit down and let's make this sort of film. And I have made a couple of sort of introspective drama comedies, and just had people telling me you've got to show that you can do a bit of flair and, you know, shoot some guns and whatever. I've never really been that excited by those films, but I know that's the landscape we live in. And the first thing we agree is that yes, we're going to make a genre film, but it's got to be well performed, we've got to make it truthful, and we want to have some kind of subtext themes, make it important in a way. And the hardest part with this film is it's made on a low budget. We had a lot of terrain to sort of, you know, we have a lot of films like Chinatown and all these classics, and we didn't have 3 hours and all that money, but we wanted to make something that was entertaining first and foremost, but also had a bit of a message and was truthful. And that's where it all sort of started. We came down to Balmain. He rented out Philip Bowman was in the room. He's a producer. His house at Airbnb, and we sat down. We spent 3 days, and we started beating the story. And to Angus' credit, first time writer, he was working the day, working through the night. I was to begin with testing him a little bit to see how dedicated he was, and he was kind of like me, a bit obsessed. I thought, okay, this guy's like got the energy, and it takes that to make a film, and that's how it started. And then Book Week was happening at the same time, so I was like, you're really going to do this, I don't have a lot of time, but come in and see how we make a film. And that's how it rolled, but it's really the world of the story and his characters, and that was all of him. And I just happened to bring in strengths, and yeah, hopefully I contributed in some way, but that was, it was his baby, and that's how it sort of worked, you know. It takes a village, and it's not just me, it's the DP, it's everybody. And it's what I've noticed on my journey along the way is that sometimes the best stories happen from the people that don't get an opportunity to be heard. And often they're not in the film business, but they're not, or they live in these areas where we make Book Week and Broke and even Book Week and LOCUSTS. So I've always, you know, even told myself that someone comes to me and actually you give them the time of day. Because sometimes you find a diamond in the rough. So, and that's kind of how it came about.
We've met some of your wonderful cast. I'm wondering if you can take us through how you gathered together these actors. I know quite a few of them you've worked with before. How did you cast the film and find these guys and girls who are all just wonderful?
And a lot of it was the trickiest one, probably the lead, to be honest. I still think Ben is Gus in many ways. He doesn't like it, but he won't discuss it. But yeah, there's this sort of city guy who's got country roots, and that was there. But some of the other guys that I've worked with before, I was like, okay, because my sort of directing end of it, let's make a well-performed genre film. Because you don't get that very often. And this is kind of got those noir-y film ingredients to it, because that audience wants it. Like in the US and all different parts of the world, this one will probably play way better, and it already probably is, because they gravitate to that sort of stuff. It's a weird world we live if they're so interested in the Australian outback, whereas Australians aren't really, or that aren't interested in Australian films, let's be honest. So I went to the guys that I knew had some, you know, chops, and I said, we're going to make this fun film, and we're going to make a genre film, but we're going to show people that you can actually make them that are a little bit intelligent, clever, and well performed. But what we're trying to achieve is madness on what we're actually on the budget that we have. Yeah. And they all said, yeah, let's do it. You know? And then you get great actors like now, and you get Steve Markburn and Justin Rosniak, and as soon as Damien Hill, and a lot of these guys are like, wow, he's just come off a lead at Venice, and, you know, being twice nominated Best Actor and Actor, he's doing this big role for us. But I guess that was the strength of my relationship with them, and they believed in me, and they believed in Gus, and there's a lot of leads that Gus sort of cast, and that's sort of how it came about, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. The lead was, the casting was difficult. It was about 6 months, and casting the lead was difficult particularly because I was an unknown entity, and the whole concept was a big sell. The pitch was, we're going to go out in the desert, we're going to take a cast and crew out there, we're going to shoot a genre piece in the middle of the desert. And people were like, are you serious? That was kind of the response we were getting, and so it took a long time to fill that lead role. And in the end, Nathaniel Dean helped us to cast that role. He communicated to Ben. Ben read for us and did an amazing read, and I was blown away. I was like, this is our guy, and he's a super talented guy. He's working in the US. He's done a lot of TV shows over there.
Showrunner was neighbours. You're kind of neighbours there. So, but that was the hardest part because what we were doing is we really needed a leading man that was kind of like, he's not the most likable guy at the same time, but we needed someone who can play that uber cool, but also be vulnerable and a leading man role. So in Australia, we've got great actors, but as a leading man, there's not a lot of those sort of options. And the options that you had were out of our budget range. So it's like, shit, we really need someone like this, and so that's when we went with Ben. And I mean, that's why I like making independent films, because you can sort of trailblaze and you can cast right without worrying too much about marketplace and who's going to be in this film at that budget level. So yeah, it's a discovery. It makes it interesting watching somebody you haven't seen go through that before.
And because when you go to the market, you go to a lot of trouble to cast these amazing character actors in these roles, because the film is very much driven by these weird and wonderful characters, and it's important to us to get the right people in those roles. But you go through all that process and you get all these amazingly talented people, and then you go to the market and they're like, where's Leonardo DiCaprio? Oh, he's on the film, we'll be on.
Hugh Jackman didn't answer my emails, so an angry Anderson told me he could do it, but we decided.
So this is the struggle of independent film in this country, as you know, and as Heath knows, and it's all, when you go outside Australia, it's all about who's the name, and that's a tough find for any film, really.
And often you end up paying for someone who's not as good as the guy that you get.
Is that more difficult than making the film itself?
Yeah, it turns me off when you make them, frankly, because you actually lose. Before I made Rope, I had this Hollywood film that's been 17 years now, almost in the making, and we had some big names attached, and the financial Wall Street crash at the time, and all these crazy things. And I ended up finding myself actually, dealing with the actors. We'd be hanging out with them, but not even being able to get their agents on the phone, and even the actors saying, "My agent's a douchebag," So there's so many gatekeepers and middle people in the way that you can't actually get that relationship with. And on a movie like that, they often turn up the day before or the day that So what I like to work with actors, and I like to be intimate and build a connection and talk about it and cast often like 2 years or a year out. But you don't always get that on a bigger budget at all. And I remember when I realised, shit, this is not for me, was when we had this great cast, and I couldn't believe it on my first film, and then the producer at the time was like, don't get too excited here. So why? He goes, well, by the time we go to camera, half those people won't be available anyway. So I was like, but they're perfect. Don't worry. And that was, I don't like making films like that.
I think we might go to the audience for some questions. We've got microphones around the auditorium, so or if you just want to share, that's fine. Just put your hand up and we'll take some questions.
Back.
Budget was around 2 mil.
Yes.
Next.
We could have got cheaper, but George Burgess eats a lot. Sorry, George. He was only on us for a couple of days too.
So
maybe I'll ring around.
Is challenging for all independent films. So we had a contract for Australian ancillary DVD, Blu-ray, cable distribution before we started shooting with Bonsai. So that was kind of the impetus to get things rolling. International distribution, we have a sales agent so I took the film to Cannes and showed it in March, the film, and had a great reception there, just at a small industry screening, and that was the impetus for some good meetings with some international agents. So we have done a deal with a Cannes-based sales agent but it's still a work in progress. It's a long grind, territory by territory, rather than doing all world at once. Like we're trying to go territory by territory because I'm a businessman and it's important that we maximise value for money. I don't want to get too involved in this, but yeah, that's a work in progress.
The roadkills you found, or just by coincidence?
Yeah, look, Broken Hill is an extraordinary part of the world, and when anyone goes to Broken Hill, the first thing you notice is that there is an ocean of kangaroos everywhere, and it's quite extraordinary to the point that it's dangerous to drive on the road. So that was one of our issues shooting at Broken Hill. We had a medium-sized cast and crew, and we really had to put a driving curfew of about kind of 5 p.m. because after 5 p.m. at dusk it gets dark and all the kangaroos congregate around town and around the roads. I don't think anyone really knows why they hang around the roads. I've heard some theories that they like the taste of the petrol on the asphalt. I've heard that there's moisture on the road and they like to lick it. There's a drought. There's a huge drought in North Australia, and these animals are congregating wherever there's any moisture at all. And there's roadkill everywhere you look. And when you're driving, in places you need to drive literally at walking pace and drive around the families of kangaroo that just sit on the road and stare at you and don't move. And so it's dangerous to drive, and there's roadkill literally everywhere. So that was pretty easy getting those shots.
In Broken Hill, how you guys shot there and how you worked on location,
Yeah.
put all of that together, and what it was like shooting there?
It was a big deal shooting out there. I location scouted in Central Australia over a couple of years when I had time. I looked at Winton, which is an amazing part of the world. We came very close to shooting Winton in North Queensland, and very film-friendly little town, but logistically difficult. It's very remote, and it's about from Sydney probably half a day's travel to get to Winton, so not very practical and expensive. We looked at Cooperative, which is personally would have been my favourite option. Cooperative is just stunning. I don't know if anyone's been there, but it's just an extraordinary part of the world. You fly in, it's like flying into Mars. Like it's quite amazing. But the problem with Cooperative is that they've been drilling opal mines everywhere for the last 50 years, and each opal mine shaft is about 1 metre wide, and most of them from 50 years ago are overgrown with grass, so they're like traps almost. All around town, there's no fences, there's nothing. So I think there's 1 million opal shafts around Cooperative. So it's a dangerous place to shoot. There are areas that are the preservations where that's not the case, and so some stuff is shot out there, but for my mind it was too risky to shoot there. So Broken Hill was a natural, alternative. It's an amazing place. It's got those amazing landscapes, and logistically it's a lot easier than all the above. So you can fly ex-Sydney or ex-Adelaide to Broken Hill. So travel, transport, shipping a cast and crew out there was a big deal. It was a big operation. We had a great team working on that. It was a well-oiled machine, and we were doing it on time and on budget. So it was well orchestrated and a big complex operation. But it's an amazing place, and everyone should go to Broken Hill. It's extraordinary. There's so many great films that are shot there. There's Mad Max 2 and Wake and Fright and Priscilla and Razorback and a million others. Last Come to Darwin. So when you walk around Broken Hill, it's kind of like wandering around a museum of cinematic history, because there's little icons and elements of famous films. So the scene you saw where the brothers are looking out of the desert is at Mundy Lookout, and there's a road right next to where the brothers were standing, where they shot the roll of the scene from Mad Max 2, which everyone was kind of very well aware of that. I think was kind of thought it was pretty cool. So but everywhere you go, we were looking for a dam to shoot, and we found a station where they had a dam, and we said, they shot the Razorback scene here with the dam, and it's like that. This guy was an extra in Making Fridays. That's Broken Hill.
Are they pretty equipped for film shoots? They're Broken Hill, they're used to it. What was the setup? How many cast and crew did you have staying there and living there?
We had, I think it varied because we shot there for 2 weeks at Broken Hill, so we probably had 60 to 80, but we had a lot of extras coming in and out, and people coming in and out all the time. So there's a long credit roll. There's 200 or 300 people in the credit roll, but a lot of them are extras and people who were providing services. But we had a cast and crew facilities in Broken Hill are supportive. There's great accommodation and great pubs, and Tuesday training bingo at the at the Grand Hotel. So which is of course a Priscilla thing. And that's a whole play on Priscilla. And this is everywhere in Broken Hill. So it's a wonderful place. Any question?
Did you do much research on the mining history, what went for it, and all sorts?
Yeah. Look, maybe not specifically, but when you're at Broken Hill, it's the home of BHP, and it's everywhere. Like there's mining stuff literally everywhere. Like the town is a giant mining pit right next to it. So like Broken Hill is the heart of mining, the mining industry in our country. There's a city underground. I think it's like half a kilometre underground. There's a city of people living and working way underground. So it's fascinating, and it's amazing that it's kind of breathtaking. But of course, there's an environmental thing with the film, and it refers to fracking, of course, and that's something that I think we didn't play too hard on that theme, but it's something I think that we all need to be conscious of, and perhaps it's a little timely at the moment, but yeah, look, mining was everywhere. We were at Broken Hill, so.
Is there a few nods to other movies? Like I've seen that in the kicking scene, he's wearing like a Karate Kid shirt. Is that just?
Yeah, that was a cool shirt. I said you should wear that. Yeah, that's kind of cool, and that costume bill agreed. So, but that wasn't alone. I just like that. But definitely, there's an odd view when you're making genre films in that area. That kind of the audience who love those kind of movies expect that. So there's definitely, there's a car scene, the road is Mad Max, Waiting for It obviously is shot out there. You can't not, to pick out for those films, because when you're out there, it feels like you're actually in them. Especially the two up, they have a train bar on every Friday night. It's the only pub in Australia where two up is allowed. I don't know if anyone's seen Waiting for It. So you got 99% of men who've been working in the mines all week, fueled on, with their testosterone, lots of beer, gambling together, and it's like that scene in Waiting for It. And then we had some thespians who were shooting themselves out there. But yeah, you sort of feel as though you're in those movies. So we discussed that, the car and all those sort of movies. Yeah, all those sort of, you've got to kind of have those little traits. And they were fun. We wanted to have a fun film. And yeah, it was fun most of the time, and I just sort of, before I stopped speaking, we just wanted to sort of acknowledge our good mate Damien Hill, who passed away, who plays Davo in the film. He's great, like 2 months after this movie. So what was really a fun sort of time, and it was very hard, ended up sort of being soured a little bit. So I just wanted to mention that before I go.
And of course the film is dedicated to Damien. Yeah, it was very sad, but look. Question?
Who was the one who recently passed? Who was the guy who recently passed? Alright.
Which character?
We talked about Damien Hill. He was, so what was the question?
Yeah, who was he?
Oh, he was Davo. So he was the guy with the hood, with the rifle, and he says, vermin control,
One of the bad guys.
One of the bad guys.
Yeah.
How many days did you shoot for?
It was a 28-day shoot. We shot half in Broken Hill, half in Sydney. So we shot the exteriors in Broken Hill and the interiors in Sydney.
Apart from Taylor Square, obviously the sideline to Taylor Square, was there any other places that you sort of shot around Sydney?
The interior of the car wreckers is mechanics facility, a factory in Ascot. And some of the homes, the grey-haired guy, Jake, he lives in a home in, where was that home? Somewhere in
Can we answer that?
yeah, we've got the locations over here. He's been on holiday in Bali. That was the locations going over there. You look like you got a great tan. That was College Hills.
$5.
$5. So it's very expensive making a film out of town. You got to put people up, so you got to work really hard to make everything match. So.
Sorry, it's Jez from your mother's group.
Hi, Jez.
How you doing?
the two men in the mother's group. How'd you get the night off?
Two questions. I know making films is kind of asking you to do. So were there breaking points in the movie in terms of you personally, in terms of delivering the product? And then secondly, what does success look like for this film for you?
Two-parter. Firstly, everything was bloody hard. And I actually had hernia surgery before I went out there, so that was hard in itself. The hardest part was actually making a film and cutting one and then going straight into another one. So that was hard. It was like herding cats at times. We're out in the desert, it's cold, it's crazy. Yeah, not a lot of time, hardly any money. So it's always hard. It doesn't matter. It's just really hard. But yeah, not going from one and having that post-traumatic stress disorder go into straight into another one. That was probably the hardest part. Second part, success of this film. I don't know. It's getting harder and harder for independent films, and there's a lot of filmmakers in this room, and I'll say that. Look, success, you got to make your own sort of success. Success is making a good film and seeing people like it. And movies, unfortunately, now don't really have long gestation periods. Like some of my favourite films, I've learned they're my favourite films 10, 20 years later. So, but we judge things on opening weekend and we just throw them out like confectionery. So, success is a long time. I know people kind of pick this up at certain, stages, mostly on TV and streaming sites. So, but yeah, I don't know, success for me is watching this film and still enjoying it. And I'm seeing it a lot now, I still enjoy it and watching people in the room like it. So, financially, I've never really, some of my favourite films make no money. So, that's probably, I'm not the best person to answer those questions.
As the financier, my question to you is, what do you think our prospects are?
You tell all your friends and the mothers group. Maybe you can get a mums and bobs group.
Can you bring the whole mothers group down? Maybe tomorrow. It's playing here tomorrow. It's playing here every night. So bring the whole group.
But seriously, please tell your friends as the LOCUSTS Red Cup, get selfies, post them, because all those things go viral and they do work. And people would rather hear their friends tell them something good rather than, some rich book, let's face it, let's see that. I think he's in the room at the back. But it really is word of mouth. But we don't have a big P&A campaign like some films, like the big films. But everyone knows they're bad, but they still go and pay and watch them anyway, generally speaking. But everybody knows about them. So, but we don't have that big